All right. Shalom Yasharala. Before we get started, we don't give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and elders of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Back with another video, another lesson. The title is going to be called "The Lord Will Raise Up a Standard." All right. And I was watching, I believe it was 2 days ago, the Elder Manata Zakba. He did, of course, he did the street preaching. All right, out in Highways and Hedges. He mentioned about the spiritual power, and then as we always go into the times we're coming into, each all gonna come down like a with that with that wrath, but at the same time, at some point the Lord is gonna bless certain men with spiritual power. Some of us gonna have the power to heal. Some of us gonna have the power to fight off Esau and his army. And that time is coming, man. Like you watch these superhero movies, that's where they get it from. They get these they go in the scriptures and they because that's gonna be Jake. Israel. We gonna have those spiritual powers. We'll be able to fly, teleport. Well, I can't really say that, but wait, we gonna have that power, man. But we believe, we're gonna be able to do certain things. Of course, fly. Hey, some of us may be able to teleport. And the Lord's gonna he's gonna work in those times, man. Some brothers you may be get ready to go into a guillotine. Go under that guillotine, get your head, chopped off. And Lord may have, some brother come save you, come save you right up that guillotine, man. Or he may have it where you don't even, the guillotine won't even cut your head off. Your neck gonna be hardened, like steel. So hey, those times are coming, man. And we believe it. It says, matter of fact, let's start with this one. Let's see, Zechariah 12:8. All right, it says, I'll start at 7. It reads, the Lord, whose name is Yahweh. All right, that's his name. All right, the Most High's name, the Father. All right, his name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai. All right, those are the only two names that you should be calling on. All right, not Yah, not Yahweh. All right, not Yahuwah. All right, not Yeshua. All right, it's Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right, Zechariah 12:7. The Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, also shall save the tents of Judah first, that the glory of the house of David, all 12 tribes, and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah. And that happened. When Yahweh Shai came on the scene, he went to Judah first. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. All right, they were raised up first. They got this word first. Then they went to the Gentiles, the other nations, the other Israelites, right? It says, verse 8, in that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David. What does the word feeble mean? And we know King David, he was a mighty man, all right? Feeble is kashal, to stumble, stagger, totter, to stumble, to totter, to make feeble, make weak. All right, let's try to go a little further. All right, feeble, and it says lacking physical strength, especially as a result of age or illness. You see, lacking strength of character. All right, so feeble. You're weak. You're maybe not as strong as the next man, but in that day it says, in that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble, right, among them, at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as a God. All right, Elohim, as the angel of the Lord before them. You see, so hey, brother's gonna be as David, man. We know David was a how's it go? Saul slew 1,000, David 10,000. Let me see if I can find that. David 10,000. Let's do this. Saw 1,000. All right. I'm trying to find that. Let's do this. Because it's a certain they'll sing a song that said like Saul slew 1,000 and David 10,000. Let me see. Oh man, it's not coming up. Let's do it like this. Saul 1,000 David. All right, Salakia. First Samuel 18:7. Let's go to that. All right. And it reads, I'll start at 5. And David went out with whithersoever Saul sent him, and behaved himself wisely, and Saul set him over the men of war, and he was accepted in the sight of all the people, and also in the sight of Saul's servants. And it came to pass, as they came, when David was returned from the slaughter of the Philistine, that the women came out of all cities of Israel, singing and dancing to meet King Saul with tabrets, with joy, and with instruments of music. And the women answered one another as they played, and Saul, Salakia, read that again. And the women answered one another as they played, and said, Saul has slain his thousands, and David his 10,000s. And Saul was very wroth, and the saying displeased him. And he said, They have ascribed unto David 10,000s, and to me they have ascribed but thousands. But what can he have more but the kingdom? And Saul eyed David from that day forward. See, so Saul was jealous of King David. You know, read that in NLT. It says, I'll just get to the point. Verse 6: When the victorious Israelite army was returning home after David had killed the Philistine, women from all the towns of Israel came out to meet King Saul. They sang and danced for joy with tambourines and cymbals. This was their song: Saul has killed his thousands, and David his 10,000s. This made Saul very angry. What's this? He said. They credit David with 10,000s and me with only thousands. Next, they'll be making him their king, which that did happen. So from that time on, Saul kept a jealous eye on David. You see that? So King David was a mighty man, right? Let's see if we can find that. David, mighty. You know, David was a man of war. Let me see. No. But if you do, let's get First Kings. Let me see. First Kings. Is it 1? Maybe 2. Trying to prove just trying to prove the point, but it's somewhere where the Lord wanted to build. He wanted David to build him a house, but he couldn't because he had so much blood on his hands. He went out to war. But I'm trying to find that. But if I can't, it's all good. Let me see, house. Let's type in blood. If it don't come up, then Salakia. It's all good. But going back to Zechariah, all right, let's read that again. Zechariah 12:8, it says, "In that day shall the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as God, as the angel of the Lord before them." You see, so it's gonna come a time where men gonna receive that spiritual power. It was a story, and I believe in Samuel, where King David, he leaped over a wall. So hey, brother's gonna get that power, man. All right, let's get Isaiah and Salaki, for the, I was trying to find that, but it's all good. Isaiah 59:19, right? It says, is it? Yeah. Isaiah 59:19, it reads, I'll start at 17. It says, "For he put on righteousness as a breastplate and helmet of salvation upon his head. And he put on the garments of vengeance for clothing, and was clad with zeal as a cloak. According to their deeds, accordingly he will repay. Fury to his adversaries, recompense to his enemies. To the islands he will repay recompense. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood." And that's what's going to happen very soon. Esau gonna come in like a flood. Like how water's rushing down. That's how he about to come, man. "The spirit of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall lift up a standard against him." You see, what's that standard? All right, brothers want to receive that spiritual power. They don't get busy. You see, let's see what the NLT says. It says, verse 19, NLT, "In the west, people will respect the name of the Lord. In the east, they will glorify him. For he will come like a raging flood tide, driven by the breath of the Lord." I don't really like that version, but let's get that word standard, see what it means. All right. To flee, escape, to escape, to take flight, depart, disappear. All right, drive, to drive hastily. All right, brothers the Lord's gonna lift up a standard in that day. Brothers gonna receive that spiritual power. Let's get Jeremiah 51, okay, and 19. It reads, "The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. The Lord Yahweh, all right, of hosts is his name. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations." Why you say that? "For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms." He said, with you, I'm going to break in pieces the nations and destroy kingdoms. "And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider. With thee also will I break in pieces man and women, and with thee will I break in pieces old and young, and with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid. I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and his flock, and with thee will I break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen, and with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers." You see that? This is what the Lord is going to do with his men. NLT, verse 19, "But the God of Israel is no idol. He is the creator of everything that exists, including his people, his own special possession. The Lord of heaven's armies is his name. You are my battle axe and sword, says the Lord. With you I will shatter nations and destroy many kingdoms. With you I will shatter armies, destroying the horse and rider, the chariot and the charioteer. With you will I shatter men and women, old people and children, young men and maidens. With you I will shatter shepherds and flocks, farmers and oxen, captains and officers." You see, the men of the Lord gonna get busy, man. All right, they don't get down, And that day, ain't nothing gonna be able to stop them. Not even a bullet. You like I say, you see them superhero movies. Black Adam. Though he's a villain, but Black Adam, Superman, all right, Spider-Man. These different movies that Esau makes. That's us, man. They get that from the scriptures. We gonna have the strength, all of that. You know, not even a tank is gonna be able to mess with the men of the Lord. You know, when it comes down to it, you know. I didn't even read let's get this last one, Jeremiah 16:16. All right. And it reads, right, the Most High will restore them. It says, therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, which is America, and from all the lands whither he had driven them. And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks. How are we gonna be able to do that? We're gonna be able with spiritual power, because these elites, they're gonna go into these bunkers. You know, they're gonna try to hide themselves. But hey, when the men of the Lord, when Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua bless the men of the Lord with the elect, you know, with that spiritual power, hey, ain't gonna be no hiding, man. They will come and get you out of those bunkers, man. They're gonna put you in chains. Let's get Isaiah. All right, 24. And is it 24? Yeah, Isaiah 24 and 21. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord Yahweh, all right, Bahashem Yahushai, shall punish the hosts of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. And they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison. And after many days shall they be visited. They're going to be in the prison, man. You know, they're going to be put in chains. All right, the elect men of the Lord with that spiritual power going to come and get them. You know, and they're going to put belt to ass, man. All right, hey, they're going to get busy. You know, that's a recompense, man. That's a day of vengeance for what you did to the Lord, to the apple of his eye, man. You know. So, hey, brothers, hey, we maybe go through hell, you know, persecution ready to come, affliction, all right? They ready to come down with that wrath, but hey, it's coming, man. That spiritual power is on the way, man. You know, and hey, it's gonna be a sight to see. You know, a sight to see, man. You know, we gonna like I said, like we read, brother's gonna be as David, a feeble, you know, the weak, you know, those who are feeble among, they gonna be like David, man, King David. You know, and like I said, King David was a mighty man. He was nothing to play with. You know, that was through the spirit Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because the Lord was with him. You know, so Lord was with him. This was edifying and exhorting at the same time. All right, we don't give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, that teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Those of you who's edified. Till next video, I'm going to say, Shalom.